Hello, and welcome back to my AI-powered mapping series for web developers. Today I'm going to be guiding you through how to set up a webcam feed, capture your facial expressions, and detect emotions in real time. So using the Google Cloud Vision API, we are going to analyze emotions like happiness, sadness, anger, and surprise, and then place an icon on a map based on that emotion. So let's get started. Alright, so we're starting out with our basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript structure for an ArcGIS JavaScript map. So in the HTML, right below the map, I'm going to add the webcam section. This will include the video element, where we'll display the webcam feed, and a canvas element that we'll use to capture the video frames for emotion detection. And we're also going to include a div to output the detected emotion data, and a button to trigger the emotion detection process. Next, onto the CSS. So in here, I'm going to have a little bit of styling so that the map is at the top and the video feed and the button are at the bottom. I'm also adding a little styling just to make it a little bit more user-friendly. Alright, so on to the JavaScript. Now, we need to start by defining our key variables. So I'm grabbing the video, canvas, and emotion output div from the DOM and setting up the canvas context to draw frames later. So we'll use the canvas to capture the current frame from the video feed, which we'll send to the Google Cloud Vision API for emotion detection. Alright, so now we're going to define some functions. We'll start with the setup webcam function, and this will start the webcam through navigator.mediadevices.getUserMedia. And then the stream will be live fed in the video element. Alright, next we'll set up the detect emotion function. And so first we'll draw the current video frame on the canvas. Then grab the base64 encoded image. Alright, next we're going to send a post request to Google Vision endpoint, ensuring that we have the feature type as face detection. And then after we get the result, we're going to send this to the analyze emotions function. So within the analyze emotions function, we're going to set up the emotion output by looping through the detected faces and check the likelihood of each emotion, such as joy, sorrow, anger, and surprise. So based on the highest likelihood, we will determine the emotion. We'll make sure to show each emotion's likelihood on screen and then call the add emotion marker button. Alright, so before we write the add emotion marker function, we'll set up a previous graphic variable to hold the graphic. So within the function, we'll start by requiring a few modules, and these are graphic, point, and picture marker symbol. So I'm going to create an object called emotion to image, and this object will map each emotion to an image file. So for example, if the detected emotion is happy, it will look for the file happyface.png. Okay, next I'm going to create a point object that represents the location on the map where I want to place the emotion marker. Now this ensures that the marker is placed at the center of the map. Okay, so next I'll create the marker symbol, and this is what actually represents our emotion on the map. I'm using picture marker symbol, which will allow me to display an image as a marker. And for the URL, we use the emotion variable, which stores the current detected emotion to select the right image from the emotion to image object. And before we add a new marker to the map, we're going to need to make sure we remove the previous one. Alright, so now I'm going to create the new graphic object, which represents the new emotion marker. Then I'll add the graphic to the map's graphic layer. And finally, I'm going to update the reference to the new graphic by setting previous graphic to the newly added point graphic. Okay, and the final things are to get the webcam started and ensure that we have a click event listener on our button to detect the emotion. Alright, let's go ahead and see this app in action. So here we have our map on top, and the video feed will show below once I click that detect emotion button. And as soon as I click that button, that's when the webcam feed will start. So I'm going to pose with a smile, and then the video will be displayed below the map, live. So I'm using this video feed to capture individual frames. So as you can see, the emotion was detected pretty quickly, and the result is displayed on the map, and a breakdown of each likelihood is shown below the frame. I'm going to go ahead and try out the rest of the emotions. And as you can see, each of the joy, sorrow, anger, and surprise faces worked. And that's it. We successfully created an interactive map that detects emotions in real time using the webcam feed. So with ArcGIS and Google Cloud Vision, we were able to dynamically visualize sentiment like anger and happiness on the map. Be sure to come back tomorrow for another AI-powered mapping app. And as always, happy coding!